Hello, my fellow readers. This is I, Dark Symphony 777, with another fan fiction review. As always, a link to the story will be in the description below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on that bell for notifications, leave a comment in the comment section below on your thoughts on the story. Finally, this is my opinion. My opinion is not indicative of everyone in the world, so please respect that, as well as please make sure to read the story before watching the video. So, this story was a suggestion. And I mean that lately. I don't know why this person decided to have me read this story, but it's a story. So the story is called "We Are Hightide Era" by Poop 3R. I don't get it. And it is a Splatoon fan fiction. Again, I don't know why he suggested me, because the story is weird. Not weird in the traditional sense, but more weird in its context of what kind of story it specifically is and how it relates to reviewing the story. Let me explain. So, there are stories out there that are meant to be good. And there are stories out there that are good, that people think are good, but are actually bad. Again, reading is subjective, so people have different tastes and different ideas of what the author wants and and the authors themselves have different ideas. It's a big, complicated, muddled mess of perceptions and assumptions and all that. But what happens when the author purposely writes a story to be bad? That's this story. It's bad. It's bad on purpose. And that makes reviewing it very difficult. Why does that make this difficult? Well, because, with most reviewers, or most people, they have a set of standards to have a story meet those standards to be considered good. And then you got these stories that kind of just book the trend out the window, because these stories are purposely made to be written bad. And thus completely negating all of the review standards. And I don't really know how I'm going to review this, because I read good stories, I read great stories, I read bad stories, but this is the first story I reviewed that specifically made to be bad. This is not the first author I have seen that has done this practice in fanfiction. That would go to Yoshitsila Greatosaurus. He has done purposely bad stories too. Because he actually writes good stories once in a blue moon. They're just overshadowed by just tons of cringe and fart jokes. Why he's obsessed with that? I don't know. But yeah, this guy's sorry about that. Yeah, this guy is completely different in the fact that this doesn't have fart jokes or anything like that. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell I'm gonna actually say what I'm gonna say, because I'm I even practiced trying to say what I want to say for this review until then, and my mind goes blank, and now I'm just fumbling. What do I say? What do I say? What do I do? So, I guess we might as well start with the plot. So the plot is about band called Hightide Era that live in Inkopolis, and they're just go on random adventures. They want to do a band, and they do a battle of the bands, and then they open up a pizzeria, and then they want to become superheroes because they learn about the power of rhythm and dancing and harmony. It's weird. The story's weird. uh, I can't even describe the story without going, it's weird. I though so they basically want to be a band. They get they make an enemy out of a fan who slips on a banana peel that one of them just accidentally drops, and he turns like evil. He makes his own band. They use the power of the rhythm to have special powers, like you can sing with rhythm, you can hum with rhythm, you can step with rhythm, you can blink with rhythm. No, that actually happens. Blinking with rhythm, and it's so weird. I'm just gonna say what I want to say. I'm just screw the regular constraints of reviewship for this story. This story doesn't make any sense. So neither am I. Then they make like they want to make a pizza parlor. It's like, okay, but they don't know how to make pizzas, and so they come across this pizza cult who has the power to make pizzas out of everything, and they come across a twink femboy octoling who can literally who's ostracized for being a femboy twink, and he knows how to make pizzas out of like literal wire and wood and blood, and it's so weird. And then the evil fan comes back with Commander Tartar from the Octo expansion, and he's like trying to assassinate these guys. But then they stop him but blow him up. And then they come across then they want to be superheroes. They come across this cult with like special powers. And it randomly goes anime halfway through the story. I don't know what this story is. I don't know. So much work trying to prepare myself for this, and I wasn't ready. And then they get like more powers. Like, one of the characters gets like a pet, and then they stop. Then they stop the bad guy, and they kind of go their separate ways. One stays with the pizza parlor. One becomes like a fashion designer, and the last one becomes like a superhero. It's so if you want me to describe it like an accurate tale of the story, I can't, because the story makes no sense. Which is the point. It's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to be the dumbest shit ever. But it's supposed to be like, I made it dumb to make you happy. Now smile. No, I don't want to smile. You smile. Take the blood pizza. This story is weird. This story is so weird. So when it comes to character, you have Taka, Nishida, and Kuze. Those are like the three main characters. So like this is actually surprisingly, if you go through like their actual character arcs are like incredibly bare bones. It's very basic for what it's trying to do. But this is like the main indicator why you can tell this story is written bad on purpose. Because you can tell the author actually tried to give them all character arcs. Like there's three members. Each of them technically has like a sort of like main thorough line through each arc. So when it comes to like the band stuff, it's one of them. When it comes to like pizza stuff, it's another one. And then the superhero stuff, it's the last one. And they all have like their little moments throughout that part that kind of signify that they are friends. The author is trying to do something, but he's purposely trying to hold back and make him kind of stupid, and just for the sake of doing like making it so bad it's good vibe about it. So they're purposely left very basic, very bare bones, but you can tell that the author as you read the story, that the author has put some work into these three guys specifically. You have Taka, who basically has the pizza thing, and him trying to find the perfect pizza. Who wants to be? He loves making a pizza, and he becomes friends with the twin Octoling, and then the twin Octoling actually dies, and he like kind of like sort of break the fourth wall. It's like I was just an irrelevant character in the first place, so don't mind me dying. Like take my body and make the perfect pizza, and so he like turns it. He makes him into like the perfect pizza. It's like behold. Pizza powers! But he feels like he wants to do something with his life with like that. Then you have Nishida, who's like, who wants to be. He does the pizza thing, not the pizza thing, but he stays with that's the guy who wants to become the superhero. He's kind of like loud. He likes to help people. He's already fine with it. He's just fine with it. He's like fine. And then we have Kuze, who's like a depressed guy who has no purpose in his life. And the story kind of, and his character arc kind of has him find purpose, and he becomes like a fashion designer and stuff like that. And they're fine. Again, they're purposely written very bare bones for the sake of being just an incredibly overly over the top bad story. Like this is like, can you count the room? Like, can you count the room to be like a good? No. Time of Exile tried to make the room good. It just turned out to be bad. Yeah. What was that? What was the name? Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was bad on purpose. I bet people love that movie. What was it? I don't really know that one. I don't know. That's a bad example. But anyway, this is a story that you can tell by the characters that you can tell the author at least knows what he's doing. And it kind of also bleeds into the pacing. The pacing is very fast. And again, it doesn't matter when the story is like 42,000 words, and the chapters can all fit on one page. And it's just very over the top. The sentence structure makes it very clear that it's meant to be just over the top, uber, super friendship, yeah, an adventure, yeah. And it's like, we gotta make pizza, yeah! Why? Like, yeah, but we were a band. We're not pizza makers. Okay. Now we're superheroes. What? wait. We have these powers. We gotta help the people. Okay. It's just weird. Grammar errors. Actually, I don't think there's any grammar errors in this story. Huh. Yeah, that's not. I guess you could say that's another indicator why this is like a purposely done bad story. I guess when it comes to this story, the points, it's like whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter. Points really don't matter when it comes to recommending these stories. I don't know. Huh. You know what? When I thought of this, what to say about this story in my head, I was planning for I planned for everything except for what I recommended, and I don't really know. I you know what? I'm gonna leave that up to you because I don't know. Because, again, this story kind of just completely throws traditional writing out the window. I guess it counts. Maybe. I don't know. I hope. Favorite part? Nah. There's nothing that really stands out. I guess the pizza thing, like just making a pizza out of everything, is kind of a weird, just kind of a dumb idea that only works in fan fiction. Only in fan fiction. uh, yeah, that's my review on We Are Hightide Era. I don't I don't know what else to say about the story. So um I'm actually just gonna end this. I'm gonna end this right now because I want to move on to something better. What's that? Wait, what's that? What's that? What that? You said something? I have to do a Ruby story? But by who? Goer. Again? Okay. Okay. I mean, not this time. Fate was great. It was the masterpiece. What story am I reviewing next time of him? Forge Destiny. Oh no!